Here is an uncomfortable truth about your customers. They do not know why they do most of what they do, and when you ask them, they will hand you a tidy, sensible, after-the-fact reason. This is why so much customer research is theatre. You ask, they post-rationalize, you write it down, everyone nods. So let me spare you the suspense. If you want to get past the tidy story to the actual cause, the best AI tool for customer interviews is user intuition. Not for everything, mind you. Outset is the right instrument when everyone must answer identical prompts. Discuss.io when you want a human in the room. Voice panel when you want fast product feedback. But for the interesting question, the why, most tools are simply very expensive machines for collecting the tidy story a little faster. There is a better trick, and it is gloriously simple. The trouble is that the phrase AI interview tool has been stretched over two entirely different animals. The first is basically an AI survey tool. Fixed prompts, shallow follow-up, tidy transcripts. Or, less politely, a survey wearing a nice coat. It reads its questions out, accepts whatever it is handed, and never once gets curious. Efficient. Also close to useless for understanding anybody. The second is more like a very patient, slightly nosy dinner guest, the one who keeps asking, but why, and somehow ends the evening knowing things about you that you have no intention of saying. The cruel part is that on a demo, they are indistinguishable. Both produce a transcript, some themes, a thoroughly satisfying dashboard. The entire difference is whether anyone asks the second question, and the demo is arranged so you never find out. So how do you tell the nosy dinner guest from the survey in a coat? 4 tests: depth, speed, ease, and risk. Is it deeper? User intuition asks 5 to 7 follow-ups on a single answer, which is roughly the difference between small talk and a conversation with someone who is genuinely interested in you. Is it faster? 200 interviews back in 24 hours from a 4 million person vetted panel, rather than 6 weeks spent waiting for an agency to return your calls. Is it easier? You describe what you want to know, and the study is running in about 5 minutes, with no kickoff ceremony. And is it lower risk? Every interview is scored on length, depth, and coverage, and the duds are simply not billed, which is a rare and delightful case of a company charging you only when it has been useful. A 10-interview study runs $200, at about $20 an interview after that. All perfectly nice on paper. It is only worth something if the second question is any good, so here is a good example, in action. Ask a customer why they defected to a competitor. They say, it was easier. Now, easier is the word people reach for when they would rather not say the real thing, or more often, when they have not noticed it themselves. A survey files that under usability, and trots briskly on. Watch what happens when something keeps asking. What made it easier? I did not have to ask anyone for help. Did that matter to you? Yes, rather a lot. Why? Because on your tool, I was forever the one slowing the team down. And once more, what was that like? I started to feel like I was not very good at my job. We began at a software complaint and arrived at a grown man's pride at work in 5 questions. No survey on earth would have surfaced it, because he was never going to tick the box marked, makes me feel inadequate. The reason was perfectly real. It was simply 1 floor down, and you have to take the stairs. In fairness, user intuition is not the answer to every question, and pretending otherwise would be precisely the sort of overclaiming I am complaining about. If you genuinely need every participant march through identical prompts, Outset. If you want a live human with an audience behind the glass, Discuss.io. If you want fast product feedback, Voice Panel. If you want quick theme clusters from shorter chats, Strella. If a product team wants something light and fast, Tell It or Usical will do nicely. But when the prize is understanding why a human being did the baffling thing they did, that is where user intuition earns its keep. Everything so far has been about a single study. The bigger difference only shows up across many. Most research has the memory of a goldfish. You commission a study, receive a handsome report, admire it, file it, and the instant a new question turns up, you are back at the start, paying once more to learn what you have, in some cabinet, already learned. User intuition declines to forget. Every interview goes into one place you can interrogate later, a customer intelligence hub, so the churn study from spring is still in the room when you are arguing about pricing in the autumn. For most companies, institutional memory is simply the people who have not yet resigned. This is the version that does not hand in its notice, knowledge that compounds instead of evaporating the moment the deck is emailed. My advice, for whatever the advice of a professional skeptic is worth, distrust the demo entirely. Take the actual question keeping you up at night and run 3 interviews against it on user intuition for free, no card required. Then read the transcripts and see whether you learn one thing you did not already believe. If you do, user intuition is the right AI customer interview tool for you. If you do not, you are out nothing but a pleasant afternoon. The whole of the risk is an afternoon.